Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you are doing well on this Tuesday evening. I wanted to come on really quick and just share with you. Thank you for your well wishes after my little accident today. I've been doing okay, just a little sore up in here. I think I was kind of bracing myself and it caused some soreness. But I've been kind of sleeping most of the day after I got off work. I was actually on my way to work when it happened. So I was able to drive to work. My husband works with me. So after work, we took the car straight to a collision facility so that it can be fixed. So it's on the mend, and I'll be getting up earlier, a little earlier tomorrow so I can go to work with him. But I wanted to come on and just encourage you. I know I haven't been too visible over the last couple days, but I wanted to come on and just let you see my face and just share with you a little bit. I just want to talk about some bad habits. One of the reasons why is one of my bad habits, and I'll admit it, is eating something at night, like putting something in my mouth at night. And as a matter of fact, tonight I eat pretty early, fairly early. I eat before like 6 o'clock. And so I try not to eat anything, but sometimes I want to snack. And so what I did is I went in the refrigerator and I was just looking around trying to think, do I want to have grapes tomorrow or do I want to eat apples? What I want to do for my fruit. So tomorrow is fruit fast. And what I did, I was like, oh, I want something. I just wanted something to snack on. And I just had to say to myself, no, no. So I have this bottle, which is an Arden's Garden bottle, and it's almost 16 ounces. So I fill this at night. I try not to drink too much at night, but I had this and I was like, nope, I'm getting this water bottle. I'm going to drink this and that's going to be it. So I'm going to give you 5 habits, bad habits, because we always think about the good habits. The good habits are drinking your water, the good habits, staying hydrated, prioritizing your sleep, moving regularly, eating a well-balanced diet, and managing your stress. So those are some good habits to develop. So I'm going to give you bad habits, 5 bad habits that you should avoid. And number 1 is skipping meals. Dr. Joe talks about this all the time. He talks about when you have a meal and you're not really hungry, just cut it down, but make sure you get all 4 meals in. So skipping meals, especially your breakfast, getting up in the morning saying, I'm gonna wait till later, I don't like breakfast. Eating your breakfast, when you don't eat it, it can lead to energy crashes, overeating later because you don't have enough food in your system. So I'm starving now. So, and it can slow down your metabolism. So making sure that you are not skipping your meals. That's number 1. Number 2 is excessive screen time, because spending too much time on the screen, spending too much time, whether it's work or just for entertainment, sometimes it can strain your eyes, it can disrupt your sleep, it can keep you up a little later, and then that leads to trying to go to the refrigerator to see what's in there because you're up late. A more sedentary lifestyle because you are constantly on the computer. So really, that excessive screen time can be a bad habit. Number 3 is a lack of activity. And I know this is one that Dr. Joe has been talking about, is getting your activity in, making it a point. I want to say this, and I think I've said this before. I can tell when I see your blood pressure and your pulse, the people that are working out and the people that are not, because the ones that are working out, if you notice your blood pressure, your pictures, if you go back and look at your pictures, your heart rate is going down. The more you exercise your heart, the more that rate goes down. My heart rate used to be in the 90s. Now, I just checked my heart rate. It's 60. Yesterday, I had a 55 because I'm working my heart. I'm getting that blood pumping. I am working. And since I watched that video of Dr. Joe, I have been increasing my activity, my treadmill. I have a super run. I've increased how fast I go because I was doing it. But this is what I'm done now. I'm sweating. So that is what you want. You want that. If you have high blood pressure, I would be careful with that. Just make sure you get a walk in. Make sure you do some type of exercise. Don't overdo it. If your blood pressure is high, don't overdo it. Just, get enough in to get your 400 calories in. But if your blood pressure is good, do as much as you can to get that activity done. What I try to do too is I do my workout in the morning, and when I get off work, I just walk around the track 4 times. And that's really to, just release the stress, just to relax, kind of get myself in a different mode before I go home. So I encourage you to do that. Even if you don't do that, if you at night just lay down on the floor, I do that sometimes. I have a mat, I lay down on the floor, I do some stretches, I may do some strength training with my weights, whatever you can do, anything to get you moving. So lack of physical activity is another bad habit. Number 4 is overeating or eating too quickly. Eating large portions or too quickly can cause digestive issues such as bloating, indigestion, weight gain. It can also lead to poor food choices and mindless eating, especially when you're stressed. If you're stressed or you're distracted, if you're watching TV while you're eating, take time to turn that off. I always turn on music and listen to music while I'm eating. So really overeating or eating too quickly and eating large volumes of food, as you see in this plan, the amount of food that we eat is a lot less, and that's how you lose the weight. When you get in the habit of eating larger amounts of food, guess what? That's where the weight gain comes back on. So decrease your amount of food, get in that calorie range that is comfortable for you, and stay there. And number 5 is chronic stress and poor mental health management. Consistently being stressed without coping mechanisms can have an impact on both your mental and your physical health. And it can lead to sleep problems, increased risk of heart disease, and weakened immune system. So really getting that stress under wraps. One of the things that I tell people when you do your blood pressure, when you check your blood pressure, before you do your blood pressure, sit down, put your feet flat on the floor, and just release all the stress. And you may say, I don't have a lot of stress, but just take a moment. Don't take your blood pressure right away. Take a moment and just you can even do it like that, but release all of the air and make this a habit every single day of doing this, breathing, working at breathing in to your daily lifestyle. Because the more if you try it, you'll notice you take your blood pressure before and it's high. After doing your breathing, it decreases. So you want to do that every day. Even when you go to the doctor, don't let them take your blood pressure right away. Say, can you give me a minute? Sit down, put your feet flat on the floor, no crossing your legs, and tell them, give me a few minutes to catch my breath. You have a right. They can ask you questions. They can talk to you while they're talking to you. I do it all the time. So I encourage you to do that. And just breaking these bad habits and replacing them with healthier choices can lead to significant improvements in your overall well-being. So I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you to continue doing the work. Have an amazing night.